Paddy, we're midway pretty much through the season. How would you sum up the under-21 season so far?
Yeah, lots of positives I'd say. Collectively as a team, lots of growth individually, which is what it's about. Lads getting exposure in the first team in terms of training and some of the friendly games as well, and the trip to Turkey. A lot of guys out on loan as well that are doing really well. So I would say lots of positives that we can take. Obviously we're still striving to be better, we always will be. So positive, but we're not resting on our laurels.
Yeah, you mentioned players training with the first team, going out on loan, but even still managed to have such a good performance so far in PL2, especially in the league.
We know we have to be at our best to compete at this level. It's great. It's a great games programme that we've got at the moment for these young players. And like I said, they've acquitted themselves really well. Lots and lots of positives collectively. We've got a clear identity and a clear idea of what we want to, how we want to play the game, what we want to look like, and I'm seeing great growth in individuals by doing that.
And they're still at an age where they're learning game management, aren't they? So is there something special about this group in that they're so hard to beat, aren't they? No,
it's character. It's character. These are the type of players that we've got in the building, and if they're going to have a career in the game, you have to have character, you have to have resilience. And before we even look at talent, and we've got that in abundance. So they give themselves a great chance of having a career, and they also give themselves a great chance as a team, learning how to win a game. Football is a key part to it, certainly at this level. So like I said, I'm really pleased with that aspect of us. We've still striving to get better every day, but scoring last minute goals or that never say die attitude that will take these guys a long way individually.
There's so many competitions this season: PL2, Premier League Cup, International Cup, Papa John's. Is this actually been really good for you because of more players getting more minutes?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We set it up because we felt last year we didn't get the players that were going out on loan. We probably didn't expose them to enough games, enough competitive games. We were picking up the pieces in terms of friendlies, but we tried to get involved in every competition we could to make it more realistic. So when these guys go out on loan or step up into the first team, they're capable of playing Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday if required. They're capable of the preparation and recovery that's required at first team level, and we felt on reflection of last season that we didn't expose them enough to these situations, and this year's games programme has been excellent for everybody involved. The competitive nature of it. You said about earlier on about us being competitive in every game, and that was true even in the Papa John's trophy. We played at Plymouth, who are flying high, took them right to the end, and probably by rolling the dice to try and win the game we ended up conceding, but it just shows the mentality that we've got. Bristol Rovers as well, we were competitive in that. We beat Swindon. It's been an excellent first half of the season with great gains. And also we hope that this game programme will help these guys when they do make the step up to first team level, because basically that's what it's all about.
Yeah, the chairman mentioned when we interviewed him that the victory over Swindon, Papa John's, is such a big thing to beat an actual league team. Was that one particularly pleasing?
Yeah, absolutely. It was the first game, and it was a real good, strong performance. Some excellent goals that we took. A clean sheet. There was loads of positives from that, and I was also happy with the performances in the other games. Obviously disappointed we didn't get the result that probably we deserved, but on reflection really delighted with the performances. It's always a tough test for these guys playing against senior players, and they'll grow from them experiences. The good, the bad and the ugly of them games will help these guys grow, and I'm delighted that we're involved in this competition. As a football club, being Category 1 is such a game changer to be able to expose these young players to all of these competitions, the International Cup, playing against opposition from other countries, the PL2 games programme against your Man Cities, etc. etc. It's a top games programme for these lads, and something that we relish and we enjoy coming to work every day, and yeah, long may that continue.
What have those international games been like? It seems a good atmosphere down there under the lights at Dulwich.
Yeah, obviously we played, it was Hertha Berlin and obviously Paris Saint-Germain, which is a sort of a marquee name in the world of football. So the exposure and the excitement for these games is great for the lads. We've got a couple more games in that competition against Braga and against Dynamo Zagreb from different countries. They'll create different challenges that we'll have to overcome. And it gives us a great insight into the capabilities of these young players, and obviously challenges us all as a staff, challenges us all as a team, and challenges us all individually. So it's great competition for us, and one that we're looking forward to the next couple of games in.
How do you go about the scouting of those international teams? Is it the same as the others, where it all exists on an online system?
Yeah, we try, and some footage is a little bit more difficult to obtain than others, but we try and establish a contact at the club, and we share some of our footage in exchange for some of their footage, so we get a little bit of an idea. We also look at their first team, and we try and scour online and voice scout and stuff, and try and gather as much information as we can on the opposition, like we would do in the PL2. I think the important part is for us as a group is that, yeah, we obviously analyse the opposition, and we give the guys information on the opposition all the time, but I think it's important that we always stay true to our principles. So against Paris Saint-Germain, we were going to stick to our identity, stick to our beliefs. Same way with Man City when we went up there, same way Chelsea at home. The same will be true for the rest of the season, is that we stay true to our principles and what we believe in.
What would you say your team's, if you're going to put it in a few headlines, what is your team's identity and style? Yeah,
I would say aggressive, high pressing team first and foremost. We make it uncomfortable for the opposition. We like to play the game in the opposition's half. We like to play with control, but obviously fast attacking play as well.
What players have been, do you feel like have had really standout seasons so far?
It's difficult for me to speak about individuals. It always is. I think the players get enough pats on the back, enough plaudits through social media, through the highlights on Palace TV, through yourselves and etc. I see other bits as well. Some players that are actually greatly grown, sort of going under the radar, that are progressing really well, are developing really well. I see bits behind the scenes that others don't, so I think it's a little bit unfair for me to say in front of you guys who's done really well, who's not done so well. There has been individual recognition, i.e. John Kamani winning PL2 player of the month. I thought well deserved. There's been recognition in terms of first team playing in friendlies, travelling away. There's always bits that the lads will get rewarded with, but there's also lads under the radar that are doing really well and that we're happy with how they're progressing and how they're developing. So yeah, the guys will get the pats on the back and the plaudits, and I try and stay away from the individual recognition. I don't think it's really for me to do.